Humans are pretty wild in their own right. We walk on two legs, have huge brains, and get this, sometimes we even have tails! Yep, you heard right. Some babies are born with a tiny tail sprouting out from their backside. But don't go picturing kitty cat tails or anything. These little human appendages are more like delicate fuzz and usually vanish within weeks after birth. So, what's going on with this little Quirky? Let's dive into the fascinating tale of tails and touch on how they connect us to our ancient ancestors. First off, these baby tails are not actually tails, but rather remnants known as caudal vertebrae. Imagine our furry ancestors millions of years ago, strutting around with long, swishing tails. The original tail having champs were carnivorous reptiles called therapsids. They ruled the earth long before dinosaurs. Fast forward in time, and those therapsids evolved into mammals, but tails. Now, they became less useful, eventually leading to the tails we hear about today. Those quirky little stubs that can sometimes pop up at birth. Now, you might be wondering, why does this happen? What's behind this sudden throwback to being part tail? Well, consider DNA as a super detailed blueprint for building our bodies. Sometimes, in the wacky world of genetic instruction, things don't go exactly to plan. It's like if you were building a house, but someone spilled coffee all over the blueprints. Suddenly, you've got windows where there should be walls. When that happens with DNA, sometimes that leftover tail gene peeks through for a moment. Most of the time, these tiny tails are harmless and go unnoticed. But just imagine, what if they don't disappear? In rare cases, they can lead to conditions like spinal dystrophism. That's one serious issue where the tail keeps growing, putting pressure on crucial parts of the body. It's like a fancy buzzword for when things go a little haywire in your genetic code. It can bring all sorts of trouble, like nerve damage or infections. The solution? Surgery. Definitely not a walk in the park, but sometimes necessary to fix what's gone a little off the rails. Now, you might think that having a tail spells mutation, but it's not quite that dramatic. This phenomenon is more about the quirks of evolution rather than some freak of nature. It's like being part of an ancient group photo where some of your family members still sport wild hairstyles. DNA drift can leave its mark and sometimes gives us a glimpse into the past. Speaking of strange genetic remnants, let's throw a bonus fun fact into the mix. There's this curious little plant called the castor bean. You might have heard of it. The beans themselves contain a toxin called ricin, one of the deadliest natural poisons. But here's the kicker. When processed properly, castor oil becomes a healing elixir, helping with everything from skin issues to digestive problems. Yes, that's right. A double-edged sword of both peril and potential. It's fascinating to think how something so dangerous can also be incredibly beneficial, reminding us that life is always dancing on that fine line. So, the next time someone mentions evolution, or even if a newborn pops out with a tiny tail, remember it's a quirky connection to our distant ancestors. It's all part of the magic and mystery that makes us human. Thanks for tuning in to explore this wild journey through our biological heritage. You never know what fascinating facts might pop up next. Until next time.